Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, I think you've done this before, so I don't really need to explain it to you, but I just like to remind people if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind. You'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. And say, oh, I know what they're talking about. This is their show, it's their ball game. I let them say anything they want to within reason. They never waste a message. So, I'm going to talk to Papa Jack first. I know you've got a couple of readings here, and thank you very much for being patient. My mother fell and broke her hip, so we had several days in the hospital and doing a lot of errands and running and getting her straightened out. But she's fine, she's home. And I've had a lot of doctor's appointments, so just, this doctor thing, I'm not used to it. Anyway, thank you for being patient. I really appreciate it. I always have a list. I always have a list of people. Anyway, so okay, I wasn't going to call you stern. He said use the word stern. It's kind of stern, very, very, I don't think business-like is the right word. I don't know, business, I don't. Stood tall, stood strong, strong man, strong. I like strong better than stern. Um, he says use stern. It's up to him. Um, he said that way people knew that he wasn't playing around. He got a lot more business done, a lot more work done, even in his personal life, because he made it known this is the way I want it, this is the way it's going to be. I'm not taking no for an answer. Just a second, he's wanting me to do something. He says, but he could be silly at times. He feels like he didn't relax enough. That I don't want to say this. He didn't take time out for family as much as he wanted to. Even if he did do a lot of stuff, he didn't do it as much as he feels like he should have, and also as much as he wanted to, basically. He's showing hot dogs on a stick, and I'm talking a stick like a twig off a tree that somebody shaved with a knife, made it pointed on the end, shoved it in the hot dog all the way up, and holding it over an open fire. This is either a memory, something that you guys did, or this is something you've recently done, and he's validating that he knows that you did this. He's outside. Actually kicked back, relaxing in a lawn chair around this open fire. He's got a can of something in his hand, but I want to say it's not. I don't think it's just like beer, like Budweiser. Maybe something. I feel like it's alcohol, but maybe he drank something different. What am I trying to think of? I don't want to say a foo-foo drink in a can, but something different than the mainstream regular Budweiser Coors Light, or you have, or you do. You're finally getting your head on straight. I knew you could do it. We all go through it. Some of us are harder eggs to crack than others. I'm not sure if he's talking about himself or you. He's actually showing me an egg and trying to crack it. The lawnmower isn't overriding my voice outside the window. But any, he's getting really close. Anything that happens to me during a reading is meant for you. So maybe right now as you're watching this, there's somebody outside mowing, or you just mowed, or you need, or you were just getting ready to go out and mow, or that noise is bugging you and waking you up. Sometimes by the neighbor, I don't know. He has a lady with him. I'm going to say about his age. I feel like maybe she was a partner. I don't know that he was married to her, a partner at some point in his life. She's got very white, silverish hair done very nicely, kind of up on top of her head a little bit. Very, very nice, well kept lady. Nice clothes. And she's standing there with him. He's not saying anything, and it's not her time to step forward. He's just showing that she is there with him. And a little brownish, tannish colored dog with, it's not short haired. I want to say like a Scottish Terrier. A Scottish Terrier with a little bit of a haircut. It's not got real long hair. So it may not be exactly a Scottish Terrier, but a dog that looks similar to that he would bring forward that picture. So I would be able to describe it. It's kind of got not kinky, not wiry hair, but just longer with a longer tail. He's a kind of a copper, tannish, brownish. So somebody, if he did not have this dog, maybe somebody else did. Maybe you did. Maybe somebody close to you did. And he wants somebody to know that this fur baby is there, taken care of, and well loved, and made it to where it needs to go. They bring animals through a lot. He's not showing any more about the dog. Excuse me. So, should quit smoking. So a lot of times they'll ask me to pull a card. So actually the female wanted me to pull a release card. This is something you need to let go of. Surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. They're always ready and willing to help. That's a lot of times our purpose when we get to the other side is to try to help in some way the people that are still here. He says it is a struggle here, but sometimes we make it more of a struggle than we need to. So let go of the worry. There's things that you, say it again. There's things you need to stop worrying about because there's not a damn thing you can do about it. So worrying isn't going to help. So let it go, sit back and watch it play out. You'll know when it's time to step in, when there is something that you can do about it. But until then, just observe it. Just kind of, okay, just kind of watch it like a movie on the wall. Just sit back and go, okay, well, I can't do anything about this, so we'll just watch it. We'll watch it And when the time comes that I can step in and do something, that's what I'll do. They're always great at advice. Okay, so if you haven't smelled it, they love smells and sounds because it's something easy for them to do with their energy. So if you haven't smelled it, you're going to. It's almost like a smoky, musky smell. Wanted to say some kind of like cigarette type smoke, but then there's also this musky smell, like a musky cologne or something. And you should get a whiff of it. You could be in your house, in your car, in the store. It doesn't matter where you're at. When you get that, usually it's just a little whiff. Sometimes they get really elaborate. You get this big cloud that you won't see it. Well, more than likely you won't see it, but you'll smell it. Usually just a little kind of a whiff. And validate him and acknowledge him. Tell him you love him and ask him to bring you more if you want more signs. Tink, 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 tink. He's making another noise. It's like a metal watering can. May not be exactly the watering can that's going to make the noise. I know this, some of the times it's vague, but sometimes the way they bring it through is just to associate the noise. Could be an actual metal watering can. And he's like taking a metal spoon and tinking on the side of it, like tink, 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 tink. So just imagine what that sound would be when you hear it. Once again, you can hear it anywhere. Could be even in a movie, or somebody. You might be walking through Walmart, and somebody might pick up a metal watering can and accidentally tink it on the metal rack. Anything like that. They'll come up with all kinds of ways to use it. Validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. He does want you to know that he's around to help you. Okay, so what was he good at here? I always tell people, if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, don't ask Uncle Joe for financial help because he didn't understand how it worked here. So what did Papa Jack know how to do? I'm saying this wrong. Brain fart. I'm blonde. If you need something, help with something that he would know how to handle if he was still here, call on him. Ask him for help. I promise you 1,000% he can hear you, he can see you, and he can help. It might be in a way that you never ever thought of. Just don't demand, don't say you have to, just say, need help with this. Could you please help me? I'm allowing you to do it. They cannot override our free will choice. So we have to allow them to do it. So know that he will always be there to do that. Always. He says always. He said you were such a love bug when you were little. Something about stroking the back, like when you were little. I don't know how old you are now. Like when you were pretty young, he would kind of stroke the back of your head, back of your hair, kind of like you're sitting on the floor in front of him and he's sitting in a chair and you're watching TV. You know how you kind of zone out? It's kind of what it's like. It's kind of like an aimlessly just kind of stroking your hair. You're a beautiful person more than you know. Stop doubting yourself. Sit up, stand strong. Don't take no shit off of anybody. No crap. Don't take their crap. You got bigger balls than you know. It's bred into us. It's part of the family. So use them. And then he pulled my eyes down to something I have written here because I'm thinking about getting a tattoo that says, I am enough. I'm thinking about getting it here. Maybe. I am enough. He says if you have to put that on sticky notes and put it on your mirror, your fridge, in your car, anywhere where you're at a lot, where you just look over and see it and you go, I am enough. He says, do that till you believe it. And to hell with anybody else that doesn't believe it. Know that you are well loved by many up here, even the ones you didn't know. You are a bright and shining star. Then he starts singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Maybe he sang that to you or your mom when you were little. I can't quite hear him. Forever, forever something, forever, forever in my heart. No, that's where you'll stay. He had a huge big spot for you that maybe you didn't even know how huge it was. A big spot in his heart for you. You may not have realized how big. With that, they're going to leave. Okay, I hear somebody singing Everything is Beautiful in its own way. Oh crap, I can't think of who sings it. Hang on. Okay, so he's singing Everybody's Beautiful by Ray Stevens, which is an oldie, but I'm old. They usually use songs that I will catch on to so I can find them. So go Google, YouTube, whatever you want to do, that song, listen to the words. There's a message in there from him to you. And he's singing that as he walks away. He wants you to believe that everything is beautiful in its own way. It doesn't always have to be your way or somebody else's way. It's in its own way. You're beautiful in your own way. Joe Blow next to you is beautiful in his own way. Everybody needs their own, not everybody can do it. Not everybody's going to be beautiful the same way, which would be really boring. Anyway. Okay, with that, they're gone. She left with him. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for being patient. I always get these humps in the road. I don't know. I got the weirdest path. See you later. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.